Hi there. So today I want to share with you a little bit of excitement, a little bit of reflection, and hopefully a little bit of inspiration that you too could find your own way to benefit from something that I've done myself. So I don't know if it's been for you, but this whole lockdown since the beginning of it, it's been a little bit of a journey for me. And I was looking sort of back that very sort of first week or 2 weeks, and I remember sharing with you how I did a vision board and why I did a vision board. So you may have seen it that I created something like this, and then actually I even did the back as well because I really got into it. And so I created that vision board. And I remember it was underneath my coffee table. It was there that I knew, but it was really only sort of in the last recent weeks that I've had this vision board somewhere where I could see it daily. Sort of, it makes me smile because I walk past it, and sometimes I just see something that's there, something that's happened, or it just reminds me of something. And one of the things that's on there a lot is about travel and journey. I don't know, about journeys and travel. And you usually think of that in the sense of going to these wonderful places on holiday. But this is what sort of inspired me to talk today, because I just realized that during lockdown, I have probably been on one of the most amazing journeys of my life. And that journey has been going inside from within. And something that we're normally too busy to do, or there's too much going on, or we maybe think, well, what pointless. But actually, for me personally, it has been the most amazing experience. And I probably could see more variety and beauty and whatever, and twists and turns than I would ever find on any journey that I may do. But also, it's what's come out of that journey. And from that, because I was sort of thinking about my vision board, although I had it underneath the coffee table before it sort of went out, I was thinking of the power of visualizing as well. At the beginning of this lockdown, a few weeks ago, I felt really guilty because I hadn't done much physically, but what I did do was a lot internally, and a lot of learning, a lot of sort of looking at things, visualizing, sort of really, sort of, as I say, opening up myself and having a real good understanding of where I was at and where I wanted to be in life. And then as a result, the whole physical thing has come into action now. So I'm totally back on track. I feel motivated. I feel good. So that pause I needed to do, I'm not feeling guilty about, because I've taken so much from it. Also, although I'd always been into meditation and I'd used it more as a tool to relax or help me sleep or so on, I started using meditation as a tool to improve my day. What could it do? Not only just to sort of shut everything down, relax, and heal, but what could it do to help me thrive? And playing around with different meditation methods, I came up with a meditation method that works for me. I follow a few steps, and these steps just set me up for the day, put me in the right mindset, make me feel good about it, make me just see everything very differently. So that was one really important thing that I came up with, this personal meditation for me, that I don't see it as a little luxury of relaxing. This is something that is part of my daily routine, like brushing my teeth, because it helps me function, it helps me stay focused of where I want to be and how I want to feel in life. So looking at this sort of vision board, then I wanted something more specific. I wanted something that I could really see where I was at, because I was reflecting what I had, but I wanted to put it together. And then you may have seen the video that I was talking about my life puzzle, that I just came up with this concept of 100 pieces. Don't ask me where I got it from. I just pulled it out the air, it being 100 pieces. Then I went and got myself a puzzle of 100 pieces. But then I knew that I needed to do more. So I came up with 100, I printed off 100 lines of sections that I had to actually think about and write into them. And first I came in there with all the things that I had in my life, and they were based on 21 F words that I call them, because that was looking into every single area of my life, and I knew clearly what I had, how I felt, everything about me. It was clear there in my life puzzle. And then I had all the rest of it, which are dreams and things that I want to achieve. So my life puzzle looks a little bit like this now, because I've made it a little bit arty. Okay, so maybe you can see it there. I'll move it about a bit. So the pieces on the outside, which are these pieces, is everything that's in my life at the moment. That is me as a person, all my feelings, and all the 21 F words that sort of are part of my life. That centre bit there, the picture, what I did was actually I just cut up the cover of the puzzle so it doesn't look completely blank. But those bits are in the middle of where I'm going to put in the pieces that are not missing, but the pieces that I want to add to my life. And I'm really happy to say that I was just like going through it yesterday and realized that I actually can now add not just one piece, but a few pieces there. Because over the last few weeks, things have just synchronizations, things that have been happening. And I'm probably at the most happiest point I've ever been in my life. And that is not to say that I wasn't happy before lockdown. Yeah, that I did. And of course, I appreciated all the lovely things I had in my life. But now I'm at a completely different level. But what it took was to look in. And a lot of the times, we do not like to look in. We look out all the time. We're so good at looking out. Haven't you just watched somebody watch a football game and they can tell you so-and-so should have been doing this, should have been doing that? Don't you even look at the TV and you can even be saying, oh, the politicians, they should be doing this, they should be doing that. And we are amazing. We can look at a friend and we know exactly what they should be doing. We can look out and observe, and some of us are even better than others. We can observe everything around us and we have the solution for everything or the answer for everything. And I think, why is it with so many people that are actually amazing at doing this, why is it that they don't look within so much, or that we don't do it? I wasn't even doing it enough. And it's because usually you may see things that A, you don't want to see, but B, you may see things as they are and you know you have to change them and you don't want to do that. And it could be for different reasons. There could be fear. So a lot of the times we don't want to look within because we know we're going to know the answers and we're going to know what we need to do. But part of us is resisting that. And as I say, a lot of it could come from fear in many things. It could be your relationship. You don't want to look at that because you might look at it and you might think it's wrong for you, but you fear to be without it. You may not have a relationship, but you don't want to admit to yourself that your life would be so much happier if you had the right partner with you, because there's fear that you maybe not find that person. You say, oh yeah, I feel happy, I'm great as I am, because you don't want to look at it and think, actually, I'd be much happier if I was like this or behaving like this or looked like this or so on. But that means that I have to do all these things and I'm not sure I want to do all these things or compromise with these things, or I'm not sure if I could do them, I might fail. So it is so much easier to look outside. But what I found with the journey of looking within, it was much more pleasant than I ever thought. And yes, there was some little things that maybe, there was feelings there looking at them, but other things I thought, wow, I hadn't even looked at it like that. And it's just made me so much happier. I feel so proud to be the age that I am. I think if you're older than me, if you're even older than me, you've got even more to look at, because there's more within you, and your journey within will be even more beautiful and interesting and amazing. So the older that you get, there's more to look inside, but also because of everything you have inside, there's more that you can do and that you can have coming from the outside as well. And so that's why I have that gap in the middle of all those things and the silly things and synchronizations that are starting to happen. And today I'm really excited because I'm starting a new journey of something. And yes, maybe I have a little bit of fear, but more I have is excitement. And it all started with that vision board that maybe had been something that was in my mind before, but it would only pop out now and again when I had time for it to pop out. But maybe seeing something on the vision board and maybe it then being part of my puzzle, it was more in my conscious than I ever knew. And it more the thought that it could become a reality rather than just one of those little things that I think that some may never happen. And that is how it all comes into place. Even something really simple that I was laughing at. On my board, I've got here something that says, thank you, protein. I mean, how random is that? I mean, I was just cutting out pieces of paper on things that on the magazine that looked nice. Maybe it could have been the color, the picture that was attached to it. But actually, obviously, maybe in the back of my mind, I've always known that, protein is great for our fitness. It's great for many elements of our health as well. So it's really important. But it was when I started taking my protein shake in the morning that set me up to get back into my good habits. Because with lockdown, my breakfast was all out of sync. I was just not in a routine. And it was that protein shake that got me, that first step that got me back into a routine. Because straight away, drinking that protein shake made me think about the things I'd be doing in the day, i.e. exercising and what I'd be eating the rest of the day and so on. So it was a silly little thing that triggered something, and then other things triggered more. And I just laugh, because I was even to my husband the other day pointing something out and say, can you look, that was there. Can you believe it? It was there. So maybe find your own way. I'm not saying that my vision board's the right answer for you or my life puzzle, but you may find yourself on an amazing journey if you just sit down, whether you write it down, whether you do it in pictures, and just take a journey within until we can fly and go somewhere beautiful. And you may find that then, instead of things being an effort when you wake up every day, you're excited about them. You're excited that you have the opportunity to do them, but also that you have a look within, and then your life when you look out is going to look completely different. Anyway, that's me, full of excitement and happy today. Not that I'm not happy every day, but I'm extra excited today. And at some point as well, I want to share with you, I think it's 7 levels that I have in my meditation, the way that I go through it. It's a nice short meditation, but it really does set me up for the day. And I feel so much more present in my life, kind of in control of my life, not worrying and fearing about things either, because I'm just living today now. And today and now, I'm just sharing with you a little bit of my positivity, a little bit of my journey. And if you're feeling great and happy just as me without any of that, that's great. But if you think that whatever you have, you can take that to a different level, you can feel even better, you can have even more, then maybe give it a go. Bye.